Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, honorable attendees. Welcome to the second annual Rudaw Research Center Forum. I have no doubt that your participation will make the discussions at our forum fruitful and important. The forum started yesterday with our partners from the regional and global research centers within the framework of different topics, discussing different topics, 6 different topics, and we have been adopting Chatham House rules on of them. And as Mr. Beston said, that we are going to have more discussions in panels and open discussions. Before I continue, I would like to respectfully honor the anniversary of the death of Mullah Mustafa Barzani, the Kurdish national leader, which is going to be the anniversary with the second day of this forum. I do believe that the main goal of the Erbil forum is to increase the pathway of dialogue and discussions, and I'm quite sure it's exactly with the same line with the Mullah Mustafa's strived and worked for. The main theme of the second annual Erbil Forum is the turning points of the future and the Middle East. Erbil, along all the thousands of years of its history, was witnessed lots of important changes. Besides that, due to have the diversity and different compositions, it serves as one of the most fitting locations. Erbil is one of the most ancient cities in the Kurdistan region. It was always a place for collecting all different ethnic groups. It's exactly like a small Middle East in very peaceful way. This is a new step, a solid step towards the institutionalization of the new forum, especially in the Far Asia. We are okay, of course, we are going to have more discussions. We are going to make Iraq and the Kurdish region more stronger. We have a dream to make this forum as one of the best place to express different opinions and ideas. Anyhow, any ideas, any different opinions, the geography collect us, and we are going to work all together. We want to work on this forum to have dialogues instead of conflicts and wars. That's why the forum is a place for anyone, even if they have different opinions against us. That's why we are going to have other people from their difference with us in next years. This, of course, forum comes in a timing that the world is witnessing different changes in the world, and of course there are different conflicts between China and Russia and different places and the United States and different countries. Since the last year, there was over 1 year was the war against Ukraine, and as a history has taught, Europe was quickly taking global nature. And of course, there are lots of concerns about this the prolonging of this Ukraine war and its impact on the world and in the Middle East. Over the past 200 years, the West has generally directed the world system, and now the question about the future of the West in the world's power struggles are still important for the Middle East. This is the case of the post-dictatorship Iraq and for the Kurdistan region. In a joint panel of the Atlantic Council with Rudaw Research Center and also with another panel with the Washington Institute, we are going to discuss different topics like this, and the Russian ambassador is going to express his country's view here. Another important highlight is in the Erbil Forum is the direction of the internal and external changes in the countries of the region, especially Turkey, Iran, Iraq, and Syria. In the 100th anniversary of the Turkey is going to be witnessing an election very soon, and the outcomes of which will not affect only the country but also the other people. The possibility of the AKP to remain in the power and its third decade. Iran's domestic situation, especially after the last year's demonstrations and as the role of this country in the region and the foreign relations for Tehran. after more that after more than a decade of the post-war and also all this civil war in Syria. Of course, we are going to talk about the balance and the changes about Syria. Iraq's importance as a country at the different pools of powers has made events that happen in Iraq. It's not exclusively about Iraq. We have also discussed all these issues with centers like Iran, American Center for Levant, and French Center for Research on Iraq in a way that we will be discussing all of these in Erbil Forum. Of course, all the topics in here are not only about terrorism and other things. We are going to have discussions in the Middle East which is the population growth. It's more than in the other parts. Women and girls are going to be major dynamic of the change. For that, we are going to discuss different and various different topics related to the social change, youth, education, digital transformation, religious freedom, human rights, and energy, and the other topics. And we are going to talk it in very nice way. Of course, this is going to give us an inclusive and complete pictures, and this is going to be, of course, we did this with Wilson Center, Italian Research Center, and the SEED, and of course 51 Labs and Freedom and Naba Research Center and Taqaddum Research Center and Qamar Energy. We are trying in order to all together to have a very nice forum. Finally, I would like to express my deep appreciation to all the people whom they have been working with us in Rudaw Research Center, whom they have been working with us, and they have been discussing all these things and preparing it for us. Also, I would like to express my deep appreciation to all the sponsors. Also, I would like to say that everyone from Rudaw Research Centers and also some volunteers from the University of Kurdistan, they have been working hard for that, which I would like also to the support from other Rudaw Network Center, Rudaw Media Network, they have been supporting us. Again, thank you very much, and thank you for everyone. Welcome to Erbil, the Kurdistan region capital.